Here's another one I always see. Germany is the only country where college education is free for both locals and foreigners, and it's backed by world-class, high-quality education. So it says it's the only one, maybe that is free for foreigners, but there's other that is very similar, like Norway, Italy, Poland, all over. I grew up in Italy. College education is free over there. But we use this as like some point to idolize Europe, which is just a very common thing, especially with liberals. They're always looking to Europe like it's some sort of, heaven on earth. But let me tell you something. If you look at the stats, and you can Google this shit, all right, 20% of Germans are college educated versus a little over 50% of people in America have some form of college education. Why do you think that is? Well, let me clue you in. You can't get into the university unless you have really high grades. That's right. In Europe, in most of Europe at least, right, you're filtered out. As soon as you finish middle school, you apply for a high school. You only get into the high schools you have really good grades in, and that already is a filter, because then only the really good high schools allow you to get into the good universities. And again, there's exams at every step, and only the top students get into those universities. There's no thing that like, oh, I want to go, and so you go. No, if you don't have A's, maybe a couple B's, you're not getting into good schools. You're not getting into the university, bro. That's why only 20% of people have a college education in Germany versus America, because of access. So you may think, oh, but it's great. But let me tell you something. The type of student, foreign or domestic, that gets into the university in Germany would have a full scholarship here in the United States as well. So we can try to talk shit about our system as much as we can. And let me tell you, it's not perfect. And I'm not somebody that's trying to tell you that it's perfect. It's not. But it's not as bad as you think. Like, you want that system, and go for that system then. And I'm not telling you, hey, don't fix America. As soon as you criticize America, I'm going to tell you to leave. But you really need to go live over there to get some perspective. I grew up over there, and I love America. I love it here, man. And it's funny because the people that really have a little bit of l'amore proprio, they have a little bit of a love for America, are always foreigners, they're always immigrants. They really hold America to heart. People that have been here, that have never lived anywhere else, they take all this shit for granted, and it's really annoying. Fucking annoying. There's the same thing with the healthcare system, but I'm not even going to get into that. But there it is. You Google that shit.